Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The first carry for Josh Adams. And shutting him off, now open field. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side. That's caught at the 25. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Darren Sproles, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And now it's blocked. And all the defense has it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it's really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spend a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. Two really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next play.
The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Hicks in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Looking here for Smith downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Breeze picked off by his former teammate, Malcolm Jenkins. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Philadelphia getting the football back here, and when you discuss the Eagles this season, it seems like every week we kind of go back and forth. Hey, they're done. They're still alive. They're done.
They're alive.
And that Week 15 win, I don't think many people saw that coming against the Rams in L.A.
I will guarantee many didn't see that coming for a couple of reasons. One, Philadelphia was coming off of a bruising battle. They lost in overtime against Dallas, where Dallas ran, I believe, 90-plus plays against them. That's hard to bounce back from, yet they did it. Also, the Rams were coming off a game where they didn't play really well on the road against Chicago. We all expected them to get back in form at home. So, no, not many people saw that coming at all. Give Philadelphia credit. They've kept themselves alive for a possible playoff spot and a chance to defend their Super Bowl championship.
They go play action here on first down. Ertz over the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, 40 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead. The tight end can kind of be that dot. And oh, it's blocked. Elliott now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. Fights him off. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And Ginn's got it. Oh, shifty.
Whoa.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 72 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. So it was 4th down. They go deep to try to pick up the first. They pick up more than that. They pick up a score.
I'm not even sure the analytics guys would think that was a good gamble. 4th down there going for it. But they pressed the issue. And not only did they complete the pass downfield, how about the run after catch that ends up culminating in a touchdown? That's a huge play.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now Foles. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Adams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Sproles. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's Foles. That ball's caught. Aguilar, right side. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are. Bounds that close.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The football going back to the New Orleans Saints. I wanted to ask you, Charles, for the Saints, how you think they stack up against the other teams near the top of the NFC, the Rams, the Bears. Where do you think they figure in?
Well, they can score well enough that if the Rams set a heavy pace, they can go out and they can score with them and stay right there. They have enough defense that if Chicago makes it a low-scoring defensive affair, they got enough defense to win that way. So my answer in short order is they stack up with anyone. In a lot of ways, I think everyone has fair if they stack up with New Orleans. Because at the end of the day, Drew Brees is calling plays for the New Orleans Saints and throwing the football downfield. He could be the difference in any big game.
And maybe they have a little extra motivation with the way their season ended last year against Minnesota.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Touchdown! And the New Orleans Saints put 6 up on the board.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
So that drive, 4 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Foles. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. Well, some news that gave us a chuckle, and we could all use that around the holiday season. Josh Johnson, a great story. He was back home in Oakland when the Redskins called to see if he'd like to join him for the remainder of the season. So how did he get to know his new teammates? Well, what did he do? He turned to the Madden game, Charles.
Yeah, and that's how you learn who they are, right? Learn what they do, have some tendencies, get some ideas about their speed and what they do well and maybe what they don't do so well. And it really helped him acclimate and got himself a big victory in Week 15 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. How about the bloodline of Josh Johnson, though? Also related to Marshawn Lynch of the Oakland Raiders and Marcus Peters of the Los Angeles Rams.
Pretty good company. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And Elliott puts this one through. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the second. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards on the play.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Chris Long in there to get him for a loss of 5. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you're
under pressure again, and down he goes again. Nigel Bradham in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And that's caught inside the 35. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
That one good for 10 yards, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Mark Ingram, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle, no running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
So it's challenge time. The referee's tablet coming out. And the big question, Charles, did that football break the plane to the goal line?
They just need any part of the ball to cross the goal line in order for it to count. Remember, it's got to be indisputable, though. Sometimes we think it's going to be there. We can't really find it on the tablet. So we'll see what the final call is going to be.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
They come out here in the eye. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Mark Ingram taking it in. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Back now here live in New Orleans. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position.
Face mask. Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Touchdown, New Orleans! Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Now, Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for 2 here. And before the conversion attempt, we'll get a timeout call by the offense. And that'll leave them with only 1 remaining in this second half. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a first down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Here we go.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Looking to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll set up a throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar from 17 yards out. And the Eagles are back within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Ingram again. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On second down, Ingram. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball.